Hi, today we'll be talking about the sixth blasphemy of Antichrist and the blazing hellfire. Number one is polytheism, associating partners with God. We can't associate partners with God, we can't do it. With political Sunni and Shia groups, we can't associate with these groups either. Vow other than with God. We cannot keep vows other than with God. Refuse to let go of the dead and worship at the grave. A lot of people do this, and they shouldn't be doing this because it's evil. Chess, idol related games. We cannot play chess or any idol related games. It's considered as idol worshipping. Make art of creatures or having them at home. We cannot take part in anything that's got a face, a body, anything that's got eyes and stuff, It's still considered evil and related to idol worshipping as well. It should. Cain's people. Deliberately murder, vainglorious arrogance, brigand, trespass, and gluttony. We all know these things are already illegal to do this everywhere. It's all evil. Gluttony, a lot of people get this wrong. Gluttony is actually evil. A lot of people might not think it is, but it is gluttony. It is gluttony that's evil as well. Like, for example, if you're fat, it's still evil because you've got waste in your belly, unused waste in your belly, and it could accumulate, and go wrong. Israel's people, treachery. Treachery is obviously evil. Yes, everything on this list is evil. Debtor's offer. We can't go to a debtor's house if they invite you because it's they're trying to offer you something and they're in debt. So don't do that. Don't go there. Gamble. We all know it's evil. Gamble. It's just not fair. Bribery is evil. You cannot bribe anyone. We cannot bribe. It's just pure evil. Life insurance. We know a lot of people commit this, and it's obviously evil because God is the one who's watching you, and you're putting your trust in some sort of in other people, like the bank or whatever, companies. You cannot commit this one, or any life insurance. Is quite you see this everywhere. You can't commit this. Price of a dog. We cannot buy filth, pigs and stuff. Price of a dog is one of them. Prostitute. Cannot commit this. Prostitutes can be found anywhere in any country, so it should be illegal in everywhere. So yep. Consume property of an orphan. We cannot consume property of an orphan. Every donation that goes to an orphan should be with the orphan. It's property of an orphan. We cannot even change the name of an orphan, so there you go. Pay for a divorce from husband's wealth. We cannot do this. Husband's wealth is husband's wealth. We cannot take wealth from them and pay for a divorce. It's just not fair. Flee from the enemy. We cannot flee from the enemy because you're running from the enemy. It means you're afraid of the enemy instead of God. You must keep your trust with God and be afraid only of God and not your enemy. You shouldn't be afraid of anything, not even a spider. You should be afraid of one person, and that's God. Abandon families and relatives. And then again, running away from your enemies is like running away from your families and relatives. So yeah, there you have it. Slander innocent believing woman of adultery or consume usury. slandering innocent believing woman. Yep, we can't do this. Or commit adultery or consume usury. Usury is like, it's financial related stuff like interest. So yeah, money that doubles and triples and multiplies. We can't commit this. It's riba. It's evil. These were the common practices of Jews in the Israel kingdom. Number 4, witchcraft and heresy. Magic. Yep, illegal. It's evil. Soothsayer. We can't commit magic because it opens the gates to the demon world. The communication between the humans and the demons. So yeah, we can't commit this. Soothsayer, we can't go to them and be concerned about your future. Telling the soothsayers what's going to happen to me in the future. Something could go definitely wrong. It's just pure evil. It involves demons. The information that comes from the soothsayer is the soothsayers get their information from the demons, then it's passed on to the soothsayer. So the soothsayers and magicians, they're in contact with the demons. That's where they get their information from. Pendant is related to magic as well. Identity fraud. But identity fraud, it's evil. You can't, wig is also related to identity fraud. For example, LGBTQ is identity fraud as well, because it doesn't make sense. Like transgender, a man who wants to be a woman and a woman who wants to be a man. Being gay doesn't make sense. A man was created to be with a woman, and a woman was created to be with a man. So all of this LGBTQ stuff, it's illegal because it's identity fraud. So yeah, wig, we discussed this, identity fraud as well. Plot grey hairs or dye them black, similar to identity fraud. Yep. Remove eyebrow hairs, wear pure gold, silk and silver, or eat in them. Ungodly music, it's evil. Long nails, nail polish is related to magic. Soothsayer, a lot of witches used to have long nails and nail polish, and it's filth. It's not hygienic having long nails and nail polish. It's very dirty. Your prayers don't work if you're wearing nail polish. Just keep that in mind. Consume intoxicants. Intoxicants are like alcohol, beer, drugs, cigarette smoking. It can be any sort of smoking as well. Doesn't matter if it's shisha, because all of these consuming intoxicants can lead to suicide, which is the next one. Suicide is also blasphemy. So yeah, so do not consume intoxicants because it will lead to suicide, and it pushes you away from faith. Or joining Antichrist. Like I said, Antichrist will practice magic eventually. He will claim to be God. So keep away from Antichrist or the teachings of Antichrist. Like for example, the people that identify that as Antichrist are atheism, because they reject God's existence. Atheists, they mock other people's religion who believe in God, so they are considered people of Antichrist as well. Atheists have their own religion. Doesn't make really sense. You reject God, but you have your own religion called atheist, and you have this also a diet called veganism. So all atheists are vegans as well. A vegan is it's like no animal products. They don't consume any animal products. So yeah, atheism also supports LGBTQ. So be aware of this. They are vegans and they support LGBTQ. How do I know this? I was I was part of a veganism, animal rights activist, and I found out, and then I had to leave because it was all evil. So don't do this. Deliberately not performing pilgrimage, Hajj and Divine Sabbath. Divine Sabbath, Hajj. Hajj is like pilgrimage, so yeah, you should go to Hajj pilgrimage if you can, once in a lifetime if you can. If you've got the, if your financial situation is okay, Divine Sabbath, Jummah. It's for the Muslims. It's very important to go to the Sabbath day, which is on a Friday, Jummah, on a Friday. So Friday is a special day for the Muslims. So yeah, so be wary. Try not to miss 3 Sabbaths, Jummah in a row, or you will be kicked out of the religion automatically if you miss 3 of them. Abandon prayers. We can't go to prayer. Pray, and then while in prayer, you can't you hear your phone ringing. You can't answer your phone. Break the prayer and answer the phone. Hello. You can't do that. Also, you can't break your prayer for any other reason. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's an earthquake, you can't run from the prayer, because that means you're not afraid of God again. You need to be afraid of God. You can't be afraid of natural causes. You can't see, there's a spider and make a run from it. Make a run from the prayer when you see a spider or something. Ramadan and Zakat. If you're rich, like Ramadan, it's important. You must keep all 30 days of Ramadan. You can't keep fast one day and then keep a gap, and then fast the next. The third. You can't. All 30 days of Ramadan must be completed together, no gaps or anything. Ramadan is where you fasting, basically you keep your mouth for God, you keep your nose for God, you keep your ears for God, basically everything on your body for God. So whatever you hear must be anything it should be like reading the scriptures or listening to scriptures. So the whole body, the ears, eyes, the only thing your eyes should see is scriptures. The only thing your ears should be hearing are scriptures. So I know most Muslims don't do this, but Ramadan is your whole body is for God. So remember that. Zakat. If you're rich, if you're a millionaire, you know what to do. Zakat goes to the poor. From the rich to the poor. So remember that. Sins of Sodom's people. Transgender. A man, again, it's identity fraud. Transgender. You can't be a woman if you're a man, and you can't be a man if you're a woman. It doesn't make sense. There are only 2 genders. Male and female. Man and woman. Homosexual. A man was not created to be with another man. A woman was not created to be with another woman. So be careful what you say, okay? Doesn't make sense. No facial. I try to keep my beard. Not full beard, but I try to keep the way I like it. But having no facial is also homosexual. Adultery, fornicate, these are illegal. Your germs cannot go onto another person. Masturbate is also illegal. It's evil. Everything is evil. Bestiality, also evil. Touch non-relatives with bare hands. What this is basically when you shake hands or touch another person. it just, your germs goes basically onto another person, which in turn is fornicate and adultery, because you've got your germs on another person, and it's sodomy. It's considered homosexual as well, because your germs is basically has just gone to the other person, because you used your bare hands. Dressed naked publicly. We all know this is evil. You can't dress naked publicly. This is like, folks, this could be wearing very tight clothings. Where your bottom is showing. You know what I mean. Yeah. You can't wear these things outside your bedroom in public. Also, pure lust. Pure lust is when you use and abuse another person's soul, another person's body for your desires. So don't do this. You it just doesn't make sense. If you love someone, then you marry the person. You don't use and abuse just to fulfill your desires. Spread sex talk publicly. We can't. This is all of this evil sins. Blasphemy. These are all committed by demons in the demon world. Like spread sex talk publicly. We don't do this. Have sex publicly. We can't do this. This is we can't do this. No, it's evil. Keep that in mind. All of these blasphemies are committed in the demon world. You're not a demon, so grow up if you can and be a human. You're not a demon, you're not evil, so do not commit these evil practices. These are when Antichrist is born, this is what he'll be doing. So this is what he will eventually practice. This is what he will be teaching the humans. So keep away from Antichrist and his teachings, because if you follow his teachings, it's gonna lead to the blazing hellfire. Okay? So keep away from these blasphemy. Warning you. Do not commit these. Try not to. Okay. I think we've covered everything on here. I hope this video has made much sense. Yeah. Also, we've got a problem with the atheists. They are trying to change things. They make mock of people's religion all the time. They make fun of prophets. Those atheists do. Those atheists have their own way of living, like veganism, like I've said before. Plant-based diet, and which isn't. It's a good thing, but the diet, being vegan, it's good, but following atheism can lead to different paths, evil paths, because they do support LGBTQ. So yeah, be wary. Have a nice day, and goodbye.